WTTW, Sandra Misick. Thank you for coming in here to do this.
Thank you. This is great. This is my opportunity to go out and really talk to the viewers about how important it is to make sure that our programming can continue. All the great things that we do can only continue with your support, and thank you for all the support you've done so far.
What makes us different?
You know, I believe that WTTW is really a part of the community. We're out there in Chicago, and the programming that we do, like yours, reflects the Chicago community. So I think that's unique in this town, and I feel like we need to make sure that we can continue to do that, and the only way to do that is through support from viewers.
You know, people come up to me all the time and
sure they do.
Sort of say that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you've met me on the street, and you know, people come up and they feel like they have this relationship with WTTW, which I don't think you necessarily feel you'd have a relationship with another television station.
There's a trust there in what we produce, in what we bring on the air, whether it's this type of programming or our public affairs programming or our kids programming. I believe the trust that we've earned in this community is something we need to continue. And again, we can do with all the programming we do through the support of the public.
That's right. And we're trying to get 100 people to make a call and support us. And we have so many ways to thank you at so many different levels for your contribution that we need help explaining all of this. And that's why Gene Honda is right over here to tell you all about it.
It's actually kind of simple, Jeffrey, because so many times you tell us that, you know, you learn something you never knew about your own neighborhood, about your own city, and so many people feel kind of embarrassed about that. Well, we're here to be able to help, but if you want to feel embarrassed about something, did you support that program? Did you call 773-588-1111? You should. Call us right now for $5 a month as standard, or for a single contribution of $60, we'll say thank you by sending you that show that you found something out about your neighborhood. Suppose it was Chicago's South Side. Pick that one. Suppose it was Foods of Chicago. Pick that one. Or Navy Pier. 773-588-1111. You pick the Jeffrey Bear show that you would like to receive. That's kind of simple. I can make it even simpler because he has done so many shows throughout the years. Let's do this for $25 a month, or for a single donation of $300, that entire box set that Jeff was talking about before. You'll receive all 18 shows. Every single show that he's done for 18 shows, take us back to Navy Pier, back to the South Side. He mentioned biking the boulevard. How about the program you're watching right now? Yes, it's all part of that. Call us right now at 773-588-1111. And in the same way that we'll take you to some of your neighborhoods around Chicago, we can take you to some of the great places that PBS takes you. Because at $5 a month or $60 and up, you'll be signed up for Passport, which means you'll be able to enjoy some of your favorite PBS shows whenever you'd like to see them. So whether you'd like to see them on your phone, your tablet, your computer, or your TV streaming device at home, they're there for you to enjoy. Did you miss that one episode of the Great British Baking Show? You'll be able to see it that way. Call us at 773-588-1111. Yeah, you learned something about your neighborhood. Yeah, you learned it through Jeffrey Bear. You learned it through WTTW. Call and your support now at 773-588-1111, because Jeffrey, a lot of us would like to see more programs just like this.
Thank you, Gene. You know, we're going back to the program in just a couple of minutes, and we want to get 100 people to call so that we can make our goal and bring in the revenue that it takes to make these kinds of programs. 773-588-1111 or WTTW.com. And as Gene said, remember, when you become a supporter, you get that special code that you enter, and you get that Passport logo, and it's like opening a vault of all this programming that you can stream.
Stream anytime you want, right, on your schedule. And you can see episodes you missed and all kinds of programming that you just don't get to see every day.
And as the president of our company, while Gene was talking, you were coming back to this theme of trust that makes us really different. That's really a powerful thing.
It is. We have earned that trust over the years in the community, whether it's our news and public affairs programming or our children's programming or programming about Chicago in general. We have seen that trust grow over the years, and it's my job and my goal to make sure that we build on that and we continue to do that. And we can only do that through the support of the viewers. So thank you to those of you who have supported us so far, and to those of you who are thinking about sending us support. Please pick up the phone.
That's absolutely right, and we're still looking for those 100 calls. I don't know how close we are to our goal. We're gonna have to go back to the program before we can find out, but we want those 100 calls to come in. And it's not just a sort of a random number. It's a number that we hope will inspire you, kind of motivate you, maybe help tip you over to becoming not just a passive viewer, but an active supporter of the programming that is so important to you and that means so much to you. We are going right back to the program in just seconds, but there is time right now, and of course we'll stay in the studio to take your calls. 773-588-1111, WTTW.com. And Sandra, thank you for helping send the message.
Thank you. Happy to do it.
Additional funding is provided through the generous support of Peter Kelleher Jr. and Diane Kelleher, and the Walter E. Heller Foundation in memory of Alice DaCosta.
You're about to hear a sound that, depending on your age, will either bring back a rush of memories or it'll be totally unfamiliar to you. You ready? Okay, listen carefully. Can you identify that sound? The Corner Garage here in Round Lake, Illinois is one of the last places you'll hear it. In the days before self-serve, every gas station had a bell like that, triggered by a car running over an air hose. It signaled the attendant to hustle on out of the garage and fill up a customer's tank. Most gas stations switched to self-serve in the 1970s and 80s.
If they don't help you, fill up, please.
Okay, doke. But at the Corner Garage, Larry Cerletta is still pumping gas the old-fashioned way.
Normally you fill up, wash windows, check oil if they want it. If they need their tires checked, we'll help them with that. I think we like the neighborhood, family type business, and a lot of people appreciate it.
Larry bought the station around 1980 with his father, who has since passed away. Even as gas prices are hitting all-time highs, Larry's customers are willing to pay a little extra. Some appreciate the service, but for others, it's the memories.
The one thing that this station is still missing that was traditional around here anyway, was you always had the gas station, they always had the dog. So you go in, you play with the dog, you bring them a treat, you catch up on the latest news. And it was much more of a sense of community back then than it is now. And that's what makes this kind of nice for me and a lot of other people.
With our tank topped off, we decided to do a little time traveling around the Chicago area and find some other places where the past lives on. In Chicago's Lakeview neighborhood, we found the region's last bowling alley where the pins are set up by people instead of machines. And here at South Fort Lanes, that can help your game for a price.
Way to tip these guys, and it's almost mandatory that you tip them. As you take dollar bills or any kind of bills, crinkle them up, stick them in the finger holes of the ball, and then roll it down the alley or the gutter.
All right, let's see if I can improve my score a little bit. It's only $1, but maybe it'll help. All right! If it sounds a little dangerous to stand at the end of a lane with 16-pound balls being hurled in your direction, you're right.